It's Stephanie.
And Duke.
And we are The Powerful Rescue. And we're here to talk to you today about
5 key points to consider prior to starting your own rescue.
All right, so the first one that we always tell people is to volunteer.
Yes.
Whether you're volunteering at your local shelter or with another rescue, it's a great way to get your feet wet and see what types of dogs you really enjoy working with.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people enjoy working with senior dogs, behavioral dogs. You might like working breed dogs. You might like small dogs.
Puppies.
You're not going to know. But you're not going to know until you get out there and do it. So volunteering is a really good way to figure that out. Number 2, fostering. Fostering is a really, really big one. Outside of obviously helping another rescue and saving another life, fostering is going to give you a really good idea of what you're about to get into. Everyone can see a dog and get emotionally attached, but physically making the time to bring that dog into your home to help them work through potential trauma, to create structure for them, and to guide them into a potential forever home is what you're going to be doing as a rescue. So if you have not fostered yet, we highly recommend doing that prior to starting your own rescue.
Third point is considering the time constraint that rescue will impact your life and how that's going to impact your life. You guys ask us quite frequently when we do Q&As, when do you guys get away? When was your last vacation?
We don't.
We don't get away.
The last date Steph and I went on, it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And that's not how every rescue necessarily
operates.
We're
a little different.
Right, but it's something to consider, when you get into this, as far as what kind of breeds you're going to be taking on.
Yeah.
We take in all breeds. There really is no rhyme or reason to what we do. If you follow us on Instagram, you know that. We look for the ones that need the most help. And a lot of times, the ones that really need help, the ones that are red listed, have trauma, and that takes a while to work through. And there are some dogs, we have probably 6 in the house between special needs dogs and behavioral cases that we can't leave with anyone else. So for us to get out of the house, those dogs come with us no matter where we go. On top of working through that, some breeds take more time than others. When we have Malinois or German Shepherds, the exercise constraints, the amount of time it takes to mentally and physically stimulate those dogs is a lot. So that's something else to consider. If you work a 9 to 5 day job where you're not home a lot, you might want to be a senior only rescue. We love our seniors. They're very low maintenance. They sleep a lot of the day. They need a few walks, some structure. But depending on the amount of time you can put into rescue, that is going to dictate what kind of breeds you take in.
Right. Also consider the time that goes into all of these vet appointments and transporting. Yes. Duke and I have probably anywhere from 5 to 6, 7, 8 vet appointments per week. And some are in different locations, so it's a lot of driving time. Mm-hmm. We do have some really great transporters that do help us from time to time, but we typically do it on our own.
We like to be hands-on with medical too.
Yeah, so, time constraints is something to definitely consider before starting a rescue.
Yeah.
Fourth thing before starting your rescue to consider would be the financial responsibility of starting a rescue. When we first started our rescue, we got a ton of our supplies off of Craigslist. People were giving it away for free on Facebook Marketplace because we wanted to provide all the supplies for our fosters and dogs that we were fostering ourselves. So when you're taking on any type of dog, their initial vetting is going to cost anywhere from $500 to $700. That's just a basic exam with vaccines, x-rays, urine analysis, just to make sure that the dog is healthy enough to enter into your home or into a foster's home. You are financially responsible as a rescue for every dog that is in your care until it is adopted.
Yes, if you can't raise funds, that means that money's coming out of your own pocket, which we have done, especially when we first started out.
Yeah, so just consider the financial responsibility prior to starting your rescue.
Number 5, and this is a really big one, every single dog you pull for the remainder of their life is your responsibility. Yep. Doesn't matter if it's 5, 6 years down the line, if we ever, for whatever reason, have an adopter reach out and they can no longer care for the dog. If something happens, if there's, a tragedy, a death in the family, we are taking that dog back no matter what.
No questions asked.
Nothing.
We might ask some questions, but you guys
Yeah.
get where we're going.
So every single dog you pull, you have to consider that, you know, if you're in a studio apartment and you have 3 resident dogs and you're adopting out, you know, some large breed dogs and it's 15, 16, if for whatever reason, 3 of those dogs have to come back, it is your responsibility to care for those dogs.
Yeah.
So prior to pulling a dog, make sure you have a good setup to be able to take those dogs in. A lot of that ties into having proper contracts in place and stuff we can talk about later, but definitely understand that every single dog you pull is your responsibility, whether you adopt them out or not. They are now a part of your family.
So there is literally a laundry list of things to consider before starting your rescue, but those are our top 5 and things that we discuss and share with you guys when we get asked these questions. So hope this was helpful. If you guys have any other further questions, comment below. Anything?
No, we're good.
Okay. We're here to talk to you today about an opportunity to work with different types of dogs so that you can then further what are you trying to say?
I don't know, I forgot. Where's the caffeine?